Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another vloggy vlog. Believe it or not, it's been quite a while and I feel a little rusty. Truth be told, my camera has been broken since mid-August. So technically this is the first new vlog. Even though I've been uploading constantly, this is some fresh shit for y'all, because right now it's November today, 3rd. It's a Thursday, and in New York City today it's like 70 degrees. Right now I'm overdressed and I'm wearing a sweatshirt, and that's it. Look, people walking around in shorts like it's not a problem, with no strain in their step. So anywho, we're back, we're cruising. It feels really nice. And I feel first and foremost, the biggest thing that happened, you know, since my last vlog in like freaking, you know, August, is my cross-country trip. So I think today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend some time talking about that after we make a note about one other thing. The traffic patterns are totally different because my hours at work shifted a little bit. Like I come in a little bit later, and so 7:30 traffic is very different from 8:30 traffic. And they changed this section over here, which you'll see shortly. Anywho, cross-country trip, man. I tell you, that was epic. It was back in August, but it's very fresh in my mind still. Little maneuver here. And it was great. Basically, me and my friend, two buddies, we went on a nice little 4,000-mile cruise that was full of adventures and, you know, intrigue. We hit about like 18 states. I mean, I'll try to remember all of them. We went from New York to Pennsylvania, I guess probably like Connecticut. Then we hit Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, North, South Dakotas. We hit like, what else? You know, then we went west. We hit Idaho and Washington and Montana, Oregon, and eventually made it to Portland, Oregon, where our trip ended at Motor Corsa, which is arguably the best and coolest dealership for Ducati I've ever seen in my fucking life. Those people are awesome, but more on that later. So yeah, so like for the most part, by the way, that was the new section. It's a little different now. But for the most part, the ride was fucking epic, with no major malfunctions. We got met with a lot of rain at very first. It was just like pouring the whole fucking time. All right, first check for cops. There's no cops. So what's going on here? Why are we going so slow? What is the issue? We're gonna go around all these people. Oh damn, that was like an undercover person. Undercover cop over here. Look at that shit. That guy's a police officer in a fucking Nissan. That's something different. But yeah, but we got rained on a lot, like just a ton of rain from the very beginning. From like the first 3 days it just poured. And first day I literally got caught with my GoPro out, and we made it to Ohio from New York on the first day. But I got caught with my GoPro out, and my GoPro got soaked. So I literally, like, it just died, and I was like, oh fuck, because I couldn't pull over going on a highway, and then it was just like crazy downpour. And by the time I stopped and put it away, it already stopped working. So as soon as we got to our destination, I went to a random Chinese restaurant and asked them for some rice. The lady was like, it was like a mission of its own to even get the dry rice. She was just like, fried rice? And I was like, no, dry rice, like uncooked raw rice. She was like, what? Why? You know? And eventually I got it, and I put the GoPro in there, and it started working again. That was incredible. That was truly like a great experience, because I was not ready for my GoPro to, you know, go down. And then 2 days later, by the time we got to Chicago, my Senna headset stopped working, and all three of us had the headsets, and mine stopped working. So for the whole day, it would just literally just like froze, and I couldn't turn it off or unplug it, and I didn't have the tools to take it apart to, I guess, take the battery out. Not that you even can. but literally the whole thing was just fucking screwed up. So I had to get a new Sena headset, which was a bitch. And then it poured another day, and in the morning my buddy was looking at my bike and he was just like, dude, it looks like your front bearing is bleeding. And I looked at my front bearing and it's literally just like brown shit coming out of it. And I was just like, uh-oh. And we move my wheel side to side a little bit and realized that the whole thing is loose. I just cut off that person. That's not good. But yeah, the wheel was moving side to side. Like literally the front wheel was just like like fucking half an inch. And I was like, oh shit, no wonder. And my handlebars kind of started vibrating the day before. So I guess that heavy downpour when the bike was parked, it just knocked the rest of the shit off. And so yeah, I was like, oh shit, now I have to replace bearings. So I called Ducati, or email a bunch of dealerships, because we were in Chicago at the time, and I posted a post and people helped me with some locations. So literally at like 10 p.m. I emailed Ducati of Wisconsin, or so, I think Milwaukee, yeah. And I was like, hey, I'm on a cross-country trip. I know this is kind of ridiculous, but can I come in tomorrow at 9 in the morning, and can you fix my bearing on the spot when I come in, please, tomorrow? And they're like, no problem. And I was like, oh shit. So we show up there, and they fixed me. My front tire got all fucked up literally in just like in a day or two of my bearing being fucked. My tire was like, because I guess the tire was vibrating so much that the tire wear was crazy. So I had to get a new tire. I got a Pirelli Diablo or something for the front. And yeah, so like an hour and a half we were on our way, which was epic. And we cruised through all these states, just like epic roads, just gunning it. And the whole time, I mean, eventually there'll be a moral from all of this, but the whole time, like, I kept having to, like, I lubed my chain every day, because just we did like 400 miles, you know, more, maybe even more a day. So that's pretty much the I'm nodded to that guy, but that's pretty much the, you know, the time and distance that you should be lubing your chain. So I lubed it every single day, every single night, and after the day, and it started getting loose. So I brought the socket and the tools to do it, but I didn't have a breaker bar, so I literally had to like go borrow a pipe from someone and tighten my chain a couple times throughout the trip. And we were all the way in almost Portland, essentially, but because the plan was to go to Seattle, Washington, but we're all the way to Washington already, and we're cruising and we see Oregon State border, that because like literally there's a river and a bridge that separates the two, and I could see it on my GPS, and I'm just like, oh shit, we're there. And I'm cruising going about 50 miles per hour and down the hill, and all of a sudden I hear horrible noise, and my buddy screams in the headset, dude, hey, no problem. That guy literally almost just hit me, what the fuck. But anyway, so yeah, I'm cruising down the hill going like 50 miles per hour. All of a sudden this horrible noise, and my buddy's like, holy shit, your bike has like black smoke or something. My fucking chain comes off, just like I hear like a like, just like, oh shit. I was like, oh my god, my bike is getting destroyed. I hold in the clutch right away and I cruise from 50 to like 0. It took me a couple seconds, you know, and I pull over into this trailer park, and I stop, and I'm like, I don't even want to look at my bike because it sounded so bad. I thought that like my whole drivetrain was probably fucking gone. And we're about 200 miles from the coast, like 300 miles from our goal essentially. And holy shit, I was just going, oh. But I looked at it and it looked like a typical bicycle issue where, like, you know, the chain comes off and it gets kind of like bundled up, but there was no damage. One of the links was a little twisted, which was a little bit alarming. So anyway, I break out my tools and we flag down a person who happened to be a professional motocross mechanic who builds his own bikes, and he gave me a breaker bar and I basically tightened up like I literally took that chain with a twisted link and I put it back on the sprocket. The sprocket was fine. Like I fixed it like I would fix a bicycle, you know. I just reset the chain and put it back on. I was just like, oh, that was pretty straightforward. And we fixed the little you know, the things that the slider, the tension adjustment with a sledgehammer, literally hit the sledgehammer to it a couple times. That was good. But those guys were funny. Side story is like the guy there who one of the persons who stopped, because we're like deep in I guess Republican country here there, and this one guy was like, oh, where you boys from? And we're like, New York. He's like, where you guys going? We're like, Portland. And the dude was like, Portland, where's that? And we're like, dude, Portland, Oregon? He's like, never heard of it. Is that like a different universe or a different planet? And we're just like, oh, I get it, because Portland is not part of the United States. We get it. But after that, he was just like, well, after we helped you, I hope you boys gonna, you know, make the right decision and vote for Trump. And at that point, I literally was like so happy we fixed everything. I was just like, yeah, whatever, absolutely, definitely voting for Trump. Anywho, and we just took off. That was some funny shit. But you know, obviously, probably not gonna vote for Trump. But oh, let's go behind this guy. Since, you know, he's lane splitting, we can lane split too. And so that was awesome. So we fixed the you know, chain, and he literally, and I literally just limped it there. The bike was weird. Like when I kept giving it gas, when the tension was on the chain, it was fine. But when I would just be going slow, the bike literally, the back of the bike literally hopped because of the chain being so fucked up and bumpy. It was insane. It was not cool. And by the time I got to Moto Corsa, I literally people there were just like, I cannot believe you made it here in one piece. It was pretty awesome. This guy's gonna keep going. I have to go with him and get him on my vloggy vlog. But anyway, so yeah, so like I limped the bike back to Moto Corsa, and it was epic. And then Moto Corsa in itself was the most amazing experience, because those people greeted us like we were rock stars. All I did was my buddy, someone I know from Union Garage. Oh, this guy is an animal. I'm not trying to do all that. Let him go. I don't know why I chased that guy down. For fun, I guess. But the owner of Union Garage, he recommended, Union Garage is a shop here in Brooklyn. He recommended that I go with Moto Corsa as my final destination to ship my bike, and because I wanted the bike serviced as well at the end of the trip. And so he was like, go to Moto Corsa instead of going to some random place in Seattle. And woo! And it was epic. I really feel like I should dedicate a whole another episode to talking about my Moto Corsa experience, and leave this to just breakdowns and random things like that. Anyway, I am so ecstatic to be back with a working GoPro. My previous GoPro, the little, what do you call it? The USB port died. And this one I'll definitely gonna insure it. So, because they have this new plan where you can insure the GoPro and it will replace it for you. I'm definitely doing it this time, because the previous ones, those plans did not exist. So I could not take advantage of them. But now I'm back, got a new GoPro. I got other exciting news, which I haven't even mentioned, like my gorgeous new headlight. But that's a whole nother tale. Alright. Nice little view over here. Oh yeah. Nice little bridge over there. Oh yeah. Doesn't get much better than this, boys and girls. This is New York City at its finest. What a gorgeous day. Beautiful cobblestones. I just got my fork service too, so all these things, but in due time. I don't want to blow all my beans right away. Look at this. Are they having the photo shoot for the new Cadillac Escalade? I think so. Let's take a look. These people are... What is this person doing? There's no one way here. Look, yeah, that's the new Cadillac Escalade. They're doing a commercial shoot here. Gonna turn around. Go this way. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Whoa, bumpies. People popping U's over here. It's cool. Respect that. Yeah, these cobbles. Look at these cobbles. This is the kind of shit we're working with here.